So what if I told you that one of the most complete foods on the entire planet has been getting a bad rap for decades? Seriously. Today, we're going to crack open the truth about the incredible edible egg. We're talking everything from cholesterol myths to its hidden superpowers. We are going to dive deep into why this simple food is an absolute nutritional giant.
For years, I mean literally decades, the number one worry about eggs has been cholesterol, right? If you've ever stood in front of your fridge hesitating before grabbing an egg, you are definitely not alone. But what if that entire fear, what if it was all based on a huge misunderstanding?
Now, that is a pretty bold statement, I know. But here's the thing, it's backed by a ton of new research that's completely flipping decades of old nutritional advice on its head. We now get that for most of us, the cholesterol you eat in food, like an egg, has very, very little to do with the cholesterol levels in your blood. So, with that major myth out of the way, let's get into what really makes an egg so incredibly unique. We tend to lump eggs in with other proteins, like chicken or beef. But there is a massive, fundamental difference. When you eat meat, you're eating muscle tissue. Its job is pretty simple, movement. An egg, though, an egg is something else entirely. It's the complete blueprint for life. It contains every single ingredient needed to build an entire living creature from scratch. And trust me, that distinction changes everything. This brings us to a really key idea called biological value. The easiest way to think about it is like a quality score for protein. It's not just about how much protein is in a food, but how well our bodies can actually grab it and put it to work. And in this category, eggs are the undisputed champion. Your body can use the protein from an egg way more effectively than from almost any other food out there. So let's put it this way. Egg protein is the perfect building material. But building a whole creature needs more than just materials. It needs energy. It needs fuel. And this is where the egg just pulls way, way ahead of the pack. While your body can turn a little bit of the protein from lean meat into fuel, a whole egg, well, it's a completely different kind of powerhouse. I mean, look at that difference. It's staggering. Thanks to all the healthy fats and nutrients packed into the yolk, a whopping 65% of a whole egg can be used directly for energy. Now compare that to maybe 20% from lean meat. This actually explains a phenomenon called rabbit starvation, where if you only eat super lean protein, you can run into serious health issues because your body just isn't getting enough fat for fuel. An egg solves this problem perfectly. It gives you both the building blocks and the energy to use them. And that brings us to the real star of the show, the yolk. For so long, people were told to just throw it out. But the yolk is where all the magic happens. It is, quite literally, a perfectly packaged multivitamin, just loaded with essential compounds that are actually pretty hard to find anywhere else. The yolk is a true nutrient powerhouse. I mean, look at this list. It delivers crucial nutrients for pretty much every part of your body. You've got choline for your brain and liver, you've got powerful antioxidants for your eyes, and vitamin K2 for strong bones. Let's zoom in on just a few of these incredible components. Okay, first up is choline. Eggs are one of the absolute best sources of this stuff. It's essential for keeping your liver healthy and for how your body uses fat. It also plays a huge role in a process called methylation, which is kind of like your body's cellular maintenance crew, always working to repair your DNA. For a lot of people, getting enough choline can be a total game changer for their overall health. Have you ever heard of these two? Lutein and zeaxanthin are basically like internal sunglasses. No joke. They build up in your retina to protect it from all that damaging UV and blue light from our screens. But they don't stop there. They also help support brain functions like your concentration and your memory. Pretty amazing. And then we have vitamin K2, probably one of the most underrated vitamins out there. Think of it as a traffic cop for calcium in your body. Its job is to make sure calcium goes where it's supposed to, into your bones and teeth, and, maybe more importantly, keeps it from building up in your arteries and joints where it can cause a ton of problems. Okay, so we've established that eggs are a nutritional powerhouse. But then you walk into the grocery store, and it's just overwhelming, right? You see this wall of cartons with confusing labels. Cage-free, organic, pasture-raised. What do these words actually mean? And does it really, really make a difference? Yeah, this number is pretty tough to look at. A staggering 65% of the eggs you see in the supermarket come from hens that are crammed into tiny cages with less space than a single sheet of paper. And this isn't just about animal welfare, which is important. The health and living conditions of that hen directly impact the nutritional quality of the egg you're about to eat.
So let's just break it down nice and simple. Caged is, well, exactly what it sounds like. Cage-free is a little better. They get some barn space, but often there's still no outdoor access. The gold standard, the one you really want to look for, is pasture-raised. These chickens actually get to go outside, run around, and eat their natural diet of bugs, grass, and worms. And that dramatically improves the nutrient profile of their eggs.
It's also really important to know what some of these labels don't mean. When you see organic, that's just talking about the type of grain the chickens ate. It doesn't mean they had space to roam. And vegetarian fed, that's actually unnatural. Chickens are omnivores. They're supposed to eat bugs. A grain-only diet can lead to a less healthy fatty acid profile in the egg itself.
All right, now for the fun part. We've picked out the best eggs we can find. So how do we cook them to get even more nutritional bang for our buck? Well, there are a few super simple pairings that can take your meal to a whole new level.
So next time you're making a scramble, think about these easy, powerful upgrades. Throw in some peppery arugula, some sautéed onions, or fresh tomatoes. These aren't just for flavor. They actually create a powerful nutritional synergy with the egg itself.
This is where food science gets really cool. The healthy fats in the egg yolk act like a carrier, helping your body absorb certain nutrients from vegetables way better. For example, if you eat arugula with an egg, you can boost your body's uptake of its phytonutrients by up to 9 times. 9! Onions help with detoxification, and even a simple dash of black pepper can help you absorb other key antioxidants. It's all connected. And here is one last crucial tip. Please don't overcook your eggs. A lot of those delicate fats and vitamins in the yolk can get damaged by really high heat. The best way to preserve all that nutritional goodness is to cook them over easy with a nice runny yolk or just lightly scrambled. So what's the big takeaway here? Look, while pasture-raised eggs are absolutely the gold standard, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Even a standard, conventional egg from the supermarket is a nutritional giant compared to, say, a sugary breakfast cereal or a super-processed protein bar. Just choose the best you can afford, because any egg is a huge step in the right direction. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. For decades, the official advice told us to be afraid of this incredibly nutritious food. If they were so wrong about eggs for so long, what other healthy food sitting in your kitchen right now might deserve a little more scrutiny? It's definitely something to think about.
Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more health tips and scientific insights. Your support helps us grow and create even better content for you. Write in the comments, where are you watching from? I'd love to know which part of the world you're joining us from. Stay healthy, stay informed, and see you in the next video.